Hey everyone. Happy Monday. Happy. Hope everyone had an amazing, fun weekend. Um, yeah. So, welcome back to our, what is it, September 13th version of True Confessions of a Working Artist. So glad that you can tune in. Hopefully, you are. If you are, um, pop in and I'm trying to get to my screen here. Pop in and just say hey, and Um, so one of the things that people ask me all the time. God, I'm trying to make sure I am live. Am I live? I know I suffer with this. Am I doing this? Because I hate re-recording stuff with a passion, but it doesn't say that I am. So let me refresh. There we are. So thank you for being patient. So yeah, a lot of people ask me, me and my art were part of the gift Academy Award gift bags way back in. I want to say I think it was 2008. Is it 2008? Well, yeah. In 2007, we were at Sundance. We got invited to be there for a gifting lounge, and then 2008, um, I was there doing a gifting lounge as well, and also in 2015. So there's been dozens of amazing, beautiful artists. I mean, artists. Whether it's music artists or if it was, you know, um, performing arts, what have you, film, performance, dance, all that. I've had the opportunity to be there and to meet so many amazing celebrities, and so I wanted to. There's so many. I wanted to break this up into a couple, and this is. I thought I'd start this off with the good, and then maybe the not so good. But today I just want to give a big shout out to some of the people who I've worked with, or have met me at any of the um, gifting lounges, and how we've some of them have maintained a great working. We're friends on Facebook, and we communicate still to this day. And I'm going to go through this, and not in any specific order, but I do. And these are. Let me see here. I got about, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 15 people right now. A lot of names you may recognize, and maybe some you don't. First of all, I mean, back in 2000, I think it was 2004, 3 or 4, I worked on a fundraiser with Richard Elfman. Richard Elfman was the founder of Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo, and he, his brother Danny Elfman, who you might know the name, took over Oingo Boingo and made it a band, which has got a very cool cult following. Love that band. But Richard, I had an idea for, I had an idea for a fundraiser, and reached out to him, and yeah, he backed me up on it. Just basically with support, and said, yeah, um, I'd love to see how we can make some money for. It was for human rights and stuff. So I wanted to you know help support his cause too. So I reached out, and I actually contacted him. This is in early 2000. So I contacted him and said, hey, I'm thinking about doing this painting project. What do you think? He said, yeah, let me know the details. And then about 2 months later, we happened to be in the Hollywood, LA area, and I reached out and said, hey, do you think we could stop by or meet or something? And he invited us to his home so we could meet and talk about this project. So that was pretty cool. That was one of those things where if you don't reach out and ask somebody a question, you're never going to get an answer. And yeah, very cool. It was very cool. So another some of the folks that you might recognize names like Cheech Marin from Cheech and Chong. We met Cheech Marin at one of the gifting lounges, and he was so gracious and so personable. Very on the low QT. He wasn't as crazy as he is on the on TV, or even back in Cheech and Chong. He was pretty mellow, super nice. there's been a lot of these have photo ops. I'm getting the website after almost 10 years of not updating my website with all of that Oscar stuff. I am working on it diligently. It doesn't take that long to do. I just have to spend a couple hours and do it. So I'm going to try to finish that today. But in any event, Cheech Marin was very cool. Met William Shatner. Again, this was back in 2008, and he was walking with a cane, but he was super nice, and he was very appreciative of the artwork. And one of the things is when I meet people, because I'm like this, we all bleed red, right? Everybody bleeds red. Celebrities are the same as you and me, and it's really just that they just happen to take their work on a scale of where it's on TV and you get to know them. A lot of people get really kind of, with the fanfare, but I wanted to, whenever I met any of these individuals, I wanted to bring it down to the business, so I wouldn't sit there and go, oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting you. My thing is, I'm so glad to have the opportunity to meet you. I'd love to introduce you to my art. And by the way, what projects are you working on? Because they want to talk about their work. They don't want to talk about, maybe scandals, or they don't want to talk about weird press stuff. They want to talk about future projects and what they're working on. So, that was kind of the cool, we got to talk business. And I would say on the average, we probably talked maybe about 15, 20 minutes with each person. They asked me about me, which I thought was so cool and flattering. William Shatner's asking me, how long have I been an artist and what, what inspires me. So that was pretty cool. Also got to meet, and I hope I don't say his name wrong, but Chike Okonkwo. Lovely, lovely, lovely man. He's been on some, some of those like true crime or true crime, but shorter like Law and Order type of shows, and he's from the UK, and he was super, super sweet. I met Coolio. He was cool. And he wanted to hang out. He just kind of sat next to me, and we were just kind of shooting the breeze, and then he met people and was introduced. Hey, come over here and meet Sonya. Puts his arm around me. Sonya's this artist, and she's doing all this cool stuff. And so he was a hoot. That was really fun. Met Brett Stimely. He's I think he started out in some of the soap operas. He was super nice. Harry Shearer, who you might know, who does a lot of voiceovers for a lot of your favorite characters, and one of my favorite roles was the Mighty Wind, which was the Mighty Wind. Yeah, the Mighty Wind. It was a movie by Christopher Guest. Is that bad if I don't remember? I watch this movie all the time. I know my son and I just watched it about 2 weeks ago, but he was a hoot, and he and his wife were amazing, super, super sweet. Also wanted to know more about me as an artist and what inspires me and where do my ideas come from and stuff like that. My dear, dear friend now is Kim Morgan Greene. She and I have been friends since we met. She's been on a variety of different shows, from Grey's Anatomy to I think Law and Order and a bunch of shows. And she's also has a background in dance, and her daughter is amazing, and she does dance too. And so we still connect and comment on each other's posts on Facebook and stuff. And she's a beautiful lady, very beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, Cheryl Lee Ralph. She's an actress, and she's been in a variety of different shows and movies, and also sings, got a beautiful voice, so was happy I got to meet her. She was one of the first people, I think, that doing these that kind of came through the gifting lounge and, talked to us and things like that. When we were at Sundance, I met Tim Daley. As you all know who Tim Daley is, he was on The Practice and on Wings and a whole bunch of other shows. He was delightful and so handsome. Yeah, definitely is handsome in person than he was on TV. So, yeah, he was working on a project. This was back 2007, 2008. He was working on a project to help actors. I don't remember the exact vibe of what it was, his thing. I probably could Google it really quick. But he was also promoting actors and, rights for actors and things like that. That was pretty cool. If anyone follows composers that do film scores for movies, then the name Marco Beltrami might sound familiar, or you might know who that is. And he's done music scores for movies, and very, very talented. I did see something, a round table of him and other composers, including Danny Elfman, that was from about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. No, actually longer than that, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. If you do a YouTube, you'll find they did a round table of kind of what, as composers for movies that write scores, what their inspirations and stuff were. So that was pretty cool as a music geek as well. Mimi Rogers, if you don't know who Mimi Rogers is, that was Tom Cruise's first wife. And she was absolutely delightful, very engaging, wanted to know a lot about me and what I do, and, where I want to take my art, and was very interested in learning about the art business and talking to me about that. So that was very cool. I'm giving Mimi Rogers information. So, and then Raymond Cruz, he's an actor he's been on a lot of movies, and he was even on I think he was on, oh my God, wasn't Breaking Bad? It was, oh my God, maybe it was El Camino with the extension of Breaking Bad. I'm gonna Google that one. I'm gonna look that up now. Fact. Raymond Cruz. I'm gonna look this up because I'm gonna feel like a cheese ball if I don't remember. Let's see, Raymond Cruz. Raymond Cruz, American actor, known for his starring role as Detective Joe Sanchez in the series The Closer, of course. Duh, I knew that. And then handsome as ever, also very, very kind of quiet. Didn't say a whole lot, but was very appreciative of some of my artwork. He was also the recurring role as the drug lord Tuco Salamanca in the crime drama Breaking Bad, and the spinoff Better Call Saul. That's the one. So Better Call Saul, that was it. So super, super nice guy. But this was 2008, way before of the Breaking Bad stuff. Phil Brock, I think he was an agent in Hollywood placing talent, and he was hilarious. He was super nice guy. Sara Rue, she's been in a series of different sitcoms and shows on TV. Beautiful gal, beautiful hair color. Oh my God. Rich Sommer. Okay, Rich, you and I had a chat. No, we had a good chat. Rich Sommer. This was about a year into. Okay, so Mad Men started in 2007. Now, that was not his first series. He had done a series of so many different, it played characters in a variety of different shows and movies and TV shows. But but Mad Men was, I think, the show that kind of gave him a larger, presence, at least for me. So I don't know. He was nice, very, very, very serious. So as much as you see him very funny on TV, he seemed a little bit more serious and a little more soft-spoken. I think he did have a handler with him, and they were kind of getting him to keep moving along. So we didn't have a long chat, but it was nice nonetheless. And he's very tall. Well, I'm very short, so that do the math. And then I'm saving my last two kind of for last. Well, okay, so Robert Carradine, American actor, super of the Caradine family, super nice guy, very engaging, was really just, professional and very, very cool. And then now, a lot of you, maybe my age or a little younger, might remember Leif Garrett. He was a teen idol pop star, music in the music industry. He did some acting too. He did acting in some movies back in the in the 70s, maybe early 80s. And he had a bit of a rough journey, but we had a long chat. Told him that I was so honored to meet him, that I know that he's had a long career, and he was super nice. Gave me his personal email. Told me, hey, if you're ever in, if you're ever in the hood, if you're ever in the area, connect with me. If you're working on projects, I'll help you. If I can get your art on set, I will. So that was pretty nice. He was super, super cool. Yeah, he had a bit of a rough journey with just a variety of things that a lot of teen pop stars had. But he was at the event and was just super nice. And as I kind of watched him too, is he was super nice with everyone and just really engaging and awesome. So, there are dozens more of celebrities that through these events ended up owning my art because we had gifted them to them, whether it was a watch or mini pop art. I had some ceramics also, mugs, trays, and things like that these folks went home with, and we're very, very excited to have that. But one of the celebrities that I met that I don't get starstruck, I really don't, but when he came up to my table, and this was actually in 2015, so I'm going outside the chronological scope here, but Anson Williams, if anyone remembers Happy Days, he played Potsy, and he had his little daughter with him. And when he came up, and he goes, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, you're Anson Williams." And he goes, "I am." And he looks at me and he goes, "You must be Sonya Paz." And I said, "I am." I said, "I feel like I grew up with you, so I have to give you a hug." And he gave me this big old hug. And, I asked him, what are you doing now? What are you working on? And he shared some of the projects that he was working on, and he was just really super cool. Asked him how old his daughter was. We had a chat. He asked me if I had kids, and so I do. And I told him how old they were and all this good stuff. And he was so delightful because I really felt like I had grown up with him. Now, okay, yeah, he's older, but I watched Happy Days as a young kid, and I felt like this is someone we had like a cool, vibey, artsy connection. And so he hung out and he talked to us for a while, and super cool, super nice. And now what was I going to say? There's a series of celebrities that I've met over the period of time that were less than pleasurable to meet. Don't know why they were at a social event if they were in a bad mood, but I will do that on another part of this series because I kind of want to, and I'm not trying to like dish on anyone, but it's funny because a lot of people say, "Oh, what was so and so like when you met them?" And you have to kind of step back and go, "Okay, do I want to be catty and say that person was unpleasant, or do I want to just kind of fluff it off as, oh yeah, he was so great, or she was so great?" So interesting. So anyway, I did have so many. It was really great to meet, and it was really flattering to have people asking me about what I'm interested in and what motivates me in my art and all that. So. And they were happy to see that I was an artist that was really outgoing. And I guess a lot of artists that a majority of a lot of them know or met have always been sort of shy and can't really talk. And then there was me, someone asked me a while back did I put my name up here yet? Because if you don't know who I am, here, hold on. And then we're going to go, this way? We're going to go. It's going to go away. Anyway, sorry. Toys. Someone had asked me which actor would I probably freak out if I met, and don't know if I totally forgot. Okay, yeah. Okay, Adrian Brody. Everyone knows that I love Adrian Brody. God. If I met him, I probably would be a little bit speechless. I wouldn't freak out and act like a weirdo. I would still maintain the coolness that I compose and ask him, what projects are you working on? As I would just want to just grab and hug him. Maybe he would hug me first, and that would knock off that really nervous edge. Who knows? Who knows? Oh my God. Anyway, so that's part one. Just wanted to, throw that out there. It's just because people do ask, and they have seen, when I had the gallery, I had a big poster board of, in the press and people that I've met. And if you are a friend of mine and I did not mention your name today and you are a celebrity that I've met and I didn't mention your name today, don't worry, because you will. There's a lot of names. But these were, I think, some of my, this is in chronological order because, and I'm looking at my list. Yeah, I have a cheat sheet here, so I won't lie. I have a cheat sheet. But I wanted to just kind of do this chronologically. It was really cool to meet people that I'd seen on TV and then meet them in person and then just have conversations. So maybe I should change this segment from, I know Jerry Seinfeld does his, celebrities in cars with coffee or something. Hold on. Let me look up again. So Jerry, sorry if I'm moving the camera, Jerry Seinfeld in cars. Oh yeah. What's it called? It is called Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee is an American series talk show directed and hosted by comedian Jerry Seinfeld. So yeah, maybe we can have coffee. Maybe Adrian Brody will come over and have coffee with me. That would be awesome. I would make a big giant pot so that we would be able to talk for a while. So anyway, if you are not familiar with Adrian Brody, he was he got an Academy Award for The Pianist, but he does a lot of other. I love his work. And I will just say, since I'm on this topic, the one movie that I think that I've watched 50 times because I love this movie is called The Darjeeling Limited. It's a Wes Anderson movie. I love Wes Anderson films, except for I Heart Huckleberry. Sorry, Wes, couldn't get in that one. But The Darjeeling Limited is about three brothers who connect and go on a kind of a spiritual journey to India after the passing of their father. And it's a great film. It's witty, it's funny, it's heartfelt, it's dramatic, it's sad, and it's just one of those movies I just love. Anyway, that I think that started my smittenness with Adrian Brody. So there you go. Anyway, that's it for today. Hey, everyone, have a happy Monday. If you have any comments, you want to find out, if you met someone cool that you've resonated with in your journeys, say hey. Oh, and I definitely, oh my God, I would not have had the opportunity to meet a lot of these folks if it wasn't for Mark and Matt Harris of Wow Creations. They do gifting lounges and stuff like that. If you want more information on them, let me know. I can hook you up. And also, and they're not free. I always tell you, there's a price to pay for doing these type of gifting lounges. There's the cost of your product, and then there's fees involved because it costs money to put on events, and they put on amazing events. Like I said, in Hollywood, in Beverly Hills, they do music ones, they do Emmys, they've done Sundance, Academy Award, Oscars, all that stuff. So amazing. So everyone have a great day, and I will talk to you next week. Sonya Paz with True Confessions of a Working Artist from Sonya Paz Art and Design, and hope you're having a great day. Bye.